Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Nana Hasia, and this channel is all about stepping into our God-given identity, healing, and embodying our highest selves. So this video is about overcoming gang stalking, spiritual spying, and monitoring spirits. This is very, very important, especially for those of you who are highly sensitive people, those of you who are highly spiritually gifted, because the enemy oftentimes tries to attack you using people in your life, people from your past, to try and stagnate you or to try and just wreak havoc on your life. So, firstly, what is gang stalking and why is this important? So, gang stalking is usually when a group of people that you may know or you may actually not know that well during a certain time of your life seek to just continuously stay in your energy. Gang stalking usually happens when you withdraw yourself and your energy from these people. So you may have had a group of friends from a very long time ago who may have not been the most productive people, and you have changed, you've evolved, and they are seeking to be in your energy just so they can keep tabs on you, or they are seeking to be in your energy so that they can keep sending negative energy your way and throwing obstacles in your course. So you may be thinking that actually, yeah, there are some people I may have left from my past, etc., but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Well, when it comes to people who are gang stalking you, they are irrationally obsessed with you. They are irrationally trying to attach themselves to your energy by any means necessary. And this is because these people don't have their own life force and their own vibrant energy to create from. So they are seeking to be in your field, in your energy. In my experiences, I've had people from my past that I have cut off, for a very long time ago, try to come into the area that I live in, using different ways and methods to stalk me, to keep tabs on me spiritually. And I always say that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? Because these people are usually sent by the enemy who has a bigger agenda for your life. And the Most High revealed this to me in a dream when I had a dream when I saw this abnormally large spider, right? And I don't even know if this kind of size of spider exists in reality, but on top of the spider there was a smaller spider that was, being used as a vehicle, right? And here the Most High was revealing to me that a lot of the things and people that, have been sent into your life to cause harm, destruction, to cause, annoyance in your life, to bother you, have a deeper root and are part of bigger schemes by entities and by other people to try and throw you off course. So, paying attention to the patterns in your life, paying attention to the signs the Most High is giving you, and staying connected is going to be very, very important. So, the first thing that I have for you, just looking at my notes, is pay attention to your dreams and how you are feeling. The first sign of being gang stalked oftentimes appear in your dreams. So, if you were dreaming of people from your past, if you are dreaming of people who you are no longer in contact with, and they're just constantly trying to be within your energy, they're constantly trying to be where you are, this is a an indicator that they may be trying to find out more about you, find out what you're doing, and keep tabs on you. And with this comes paying attention to how you're feeling. This is very, very important, and I can't stress this enough, because oftentimes when you remove people from your energy, when you remove people from your sphere, your life, and this could be as simple as removing them off social media. Remember, I said that gang stalkers are irrationally obsessed with you. They're obsessed with you in a way that they feel a sense of entitlement to your energy, to your space, to your aura. So even if you just remove these people from your social media, they will take it as a personal attack on their lives. This is something that has happened to me. So paying attention to how you feel is really important, because oftentimes these people might be sending spell work, they'll be sending negative energy your way as a way to get back at you, as a way to seek some kind of revenge for their delusions, right? So when you pay attention to how you're feeling and you realize that, oh my god, maybe you're experiencing more anxiety than usual, maybe you're experiencing different thoughts and feelings and energies that you're just not used to. This is very, very important, okay? Because this starts in your dreams. The enemy can project feelings and thoughts that are not serving a highest good to you in your dreams, because when you are dreaming and you're asleep, you are, in a very, very vulnerable position. You don't really have your guards up or anything like that. So, paying attention to the kind of energies and feelings that are being projected onto you in your dreams is very, very important, and not accepting any of it, even when it's an energy that may seemingly seem positive at first. Okay, this is very, very important. So, if you're feeling off, this is a key indicator that you may have been, you may be subject to some sort of spell work that gang stalkers and spiritual, spies are sending your way. So what to do about this, right? Because it's all about the solutions and the wisdom that we learn, right? So the first thing I highly recommend is doing a burn and release. So a burn and release is when you write down these heavy energies, these thoughts, these feelings that you are feeling on a white sheet of paper. And you say that the energy of whatever, whatever, whatever is destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh, right? It's something I learned from Shavi Zain here on YouTube. I give credit where credit is due. So, ensuring that you are releasing these emotions through a burn and release, because fire is transformative. Fire turns something from one state to another. Fire is a tool of alchemy. So, you want to be making sure that you are using that you are alchemizing these energies that are being sent your way, right? Because, once again, the law of conservation says that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred or transformed from one state to another. So you want to transform all that energy that is being sent to you away from you. You want to transfer that somewhere else. You want to do something productive with it, right? So doing a burn and release every day, is very, very important. And oftentimes the Most High will show you what you need to release from your energy in your dreams, but also within the energy that you may be feeling within you and around you. So, the next piece of advice I have for you is calling spiritual judgment. When you're a highly spiritual woman, a highly spiritually gifted woman, understand that people come at you unwarranted. The kind of things people try to project onto your life is, 9 times out of 10, so undeserved and can be so cruel, right? So, you want to be making sure that you are calling spiritual judgment. What this means is utilizing the Most High and your spiritual team. We all have a spiritual team. These are people who the Most High has dedicated to be on your side, fighting for you, light beings, your ancestors who are guiding you and protecting you. You want to be calling on them to bring justice. You want to call on them to bring spiritual justice, right? You want to call on them to bring swift justice upon your enemies. You may not know who your enemies are, but calling for spiritual judgment is still important. It's equally as important. Okay. So the reason why this is so important is because there are some of you who may be experiencing a certain level of spiritual warfare that you are just not meant to face alone. You are meant to be calling on the Most High. You are meant to be calling on your spiritual team. You are meant to be calling on, the light beings that the Most High has ordained to be by your side. These are the tools that you have. These are the resources that the Most High has put in your toolkit, and you just have to activate and call on them. So my favorite way to call spiritual justice is not just through my prayers, it's not just through my thoughts and my intention, but to boldly call spiritual justice. I like to use a bottle gourd, a calabash. Okay, if you're someone who is scared of using nature to heal, then this may not be the place for you, because using nature to heal is not evil. Our prophets did it. So this is a calabash, and the reason why the calabash is very significant is because it serves as a medium between the physical world and the spiritual world. Now, when you're contacting beings, your spiritual team, you want to make sure that you are using things that allow you to contact them, in a straightforward way. So I just have a little bit of water in here because I'm highly connected to water. So I have a little bit of water in there, and you want to pray over this. You want to read your psalms over this, your prayers over this, your whatever you feel called to read. You're reading, things for protection. You're calling on them to bring swift spiritual judgment upon the heads of your enemies, known and unknown. You want to be making sure that you're being bold. You want to make sure that you're not doing this in a timid way. You're being bold. You are serious about this, because, like I said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. These people, if they could annoy you for the rest of your life, if they could bring havoc onto your life for the rest of your life, just because you have removed your energy from them, they will do exactly that. So make sure that you are using the resources that the Most High has blessed you with in your arsenal to protect yourself and to relieve yourself from spiritual warfare. And the next piece of advice I have is that if you are an oversharer, please try to stop that. Especially for highly spiritual women, oversharing on social media, oversharing, what you're doing, who you're with, where you're at. These are all ways that and tactics that the monitoring spirits and gang stalkers use to keep tabs on you and to keep sending you negative energy. Clean out your social media, remove people accordingly, and make sure that you are not oversharing. Okay, you don't need to be telling people what you're eating all the time. You don't need to be telling people what you're doing all the time. Okay, keep things to yourself and make sure that you are using discernment when you are sharing. Okay, so that's all that I have for you today. If you would like to work on me one on one, I am a healer. I come from a long line of healers. Feel free to book a session with me. My website is posted in the comment section and in the description box. I will also be writing the affirmations for the burn and release in the comment section in case you want to try a burn and release. Do this even for a week and tell me that there hasn't been a shift in your energy. So I'm wishing you all love, peace, harmony, healing, and transformation, and I will see you in the next video.